Sabi nila ang tagal daw ng process ng plant breeding. Let us look at that process in this video. Welcome to another episode here in Yabong Pilipinas. And in this episode, we will talk about the procedures in plant breeding. We have the generation of variability, selection, evaluation, multiplication, variety release, and conservation. I was supposed to have a section here about biotechnology, pero naisip ko na gagawa na lang ako ng other video for that. Perhaps, ano na siya, combine the plant biotechnology and animal and food biotechnology. So, ayan. Let's dive into the video. And if you are new here, I am Josh from Yabong Pilipinas. And what we do in Yabong Pilipinas is that we want to simplify yung contents ng licensure exam para mas madali mo siyang matandaan na hindi lang puro memorization but you will also learn and understand yung mga concepts from the TOS. Ayun. So, let's go to our video, which is the basic procedures, the basic procedures in plan reading. Okay, so ano nga ba yung characteristic ng improved yield? In the last episode, if you are doing this chronologically, sa last episode, we talked about principles in plant breeding. Meron dun yung self-pollination, cross-pollination, the phenotype, etc., genotype, the central dogma of molecular biology. If you haven't yet seen that video, go to the other video bago ito. So, ayun. Ito yung mga characteristic ng improved variety na gusto natin sa agriculture, specifically in crop science. Of course, we need to have high yield. Yield is always there. When you are designing breeding programs, dapat mataas yung yield mo kasi kung mababa yung yield mo, para saan pat nag-breeding ka, di ba? So next is resistance to insect pests and diseases. A lot of our genetically modified na mga crops and even yung mga inaano natin for breeding, mga dinidevelop na mga varieties, most of them ay resistance to insect pests and diseases. So ayun, we also have improved seed composition. Ang meaning lang na improved seed composition ay mas mataas ba yung protein, mas mataas ba yung carbohydrates, mas mababa ba yung mga ganitong yung fats, etc. So those are some of the things na consider for improved seed composition. Good quality, of course, na walang sira yung mga buto. Generally, hindi madaling magkaroon ng pests, etc. Earlier maturity, ayan, pwede rin na, for example, dati kapag magtatanim ka ng ganitong crop, sobrang tagal, mga ilang days. As earlier maturity, kaya nilang uh, tumubo within 30 days, yung mga ganun na bagay. And of course, tolerance to environmental stresses. Ayan. So, katulad ng drought. So, maraming mga drought-resistant na varieties. Flooding-resistant varieties. Ano ba environmental stresses? Heat, yung mga ganun na bagay. Pests as well. So, ayan yung mga characteristics ng improved variety. Now let's go to the basic procedures in crop breeding, starting with the generation of variability. In the last episode, we talked about the generation of variability being the main goal of plant breeding. Kasi kung walang diversity, kung walang variability when it comes to your crops, then may hirapan ka mag-develop ng varieties kasi mas onte yung pagkukuwanan mo ng parents doon sa isang system. Ganyan. So we need to generate variability. So how can we generate variability? Dito pumapasok yung cross-pollination, yung sinasabi natin kanina na mag-cross-cross ka ng different kanina. Yung sinasabi natin sa past episode na mag-cross ka ng dalawang varieties, tapos yung mag-generate nila na offspring. So that can be the basis for the new source ng traits pa rin. Ayun. So, ginagawa yan through cross-pollination. Ito, karaniwang practice yung may paintbrush sa cucumber. Kasi 'di ba, sabi natin ang cucumber hiwalay ang male and yung female parts. So ang ginagawa minsan is kumukuha na lang ng pollen, nagsusstore ng pollen sa ganito, then inilalagay na lang sa female flowers. So those are some of the practices na meron sa agriculture. So here, from the term emasculation, tatanggalin lang yung male part. Katulad na ito sa rice, ang rice kasi it is a self-pollinating crop. So it means yung kanyang male and female parts are right there in one uh, sa isang location lang. So, ang ginagawa, gugupitin, tas tatanggalin yung male part. So, ang reason kahit ng emasculation is so that yung ating, ano tawag dito, yung ating plant ay hindi mag-self-pollinate. Ayun. Kasi ang mangyayari kapag ganyan ay kung hindi mo siya in-emasculate, pollinate lang din niya yung mismong female reproductive organ doon. So pollen is transferred from the male parent to make the cross-pollination. So this is being done sa rice kasi lalo na kapag mag-generate tayo ng different or a new variety. I'm just gonna test sound. Okay. All right, I'm gonna take note of that. Then ang nangyayari kapag na-emasculate na, lalagyan ng plastic bag para hindi siya ma-pollinate ng others. Then ang ginagawa, inilalagay dyan sa isang plastic bag, dyan inilalagay yung gusto na male na parent. Tapos pinagsasama sila. Minsan pwede rin hinahampas, mayroong mga ibang crops na gano'n yung ginagawa. Hinampas yung male part. Hinampas yung male part doon sa emasculated na plants para yung pollen mahulog. Tapos after that, lalagyan ng plastic bag para hindi siya ma-pollinate ng other pollens. Ayun. So that's the process of emasculation. So ayun yung generation of variability. Sa selection naman, ang ginagawa lang sa selection is mamimili ka lang. From the term itself, mamimili ka kung ano yung mga plants na gagamitin mo for to generate the next generation. Ayan. So example, kaya kung ang gusto natin, kung mas maraming choices, mas maraming options, mas okay yung plant breeding method natin. Mas maraming pwedeng parents. So, ano ba to? Question, what is the difference between qualitative and quantitative traits? So yeah, so do they have any similarities? Yung mga traits na to, ito yung mga tinitignan natin sa selection. So let us say for example, gusto ba natin yung color? Gusto ba ng consumers yung ganitong color? Gusto ba nila yung mataas yung ganitong nutrient? Gusto ba nila yung malaki? Gusto ba nila yung maliit? Yung mga ganun na bagay. So those are the things that we are actually looking for when we are selecting for the parents of the next generation. Ayan lang siya. So example, did you know that all of these vegetables that we know right now came from one parent? And ang nangyari lang is through conventional plant breeding, nag-select throughout the generations. Throughout the years, decades, I guess, nag-select lang sila. For example, from that one plant of Brassica oleracea, selection of four terminal buds after ilang series of ano to ito, of plant breeding, lumabas si cabbage. Selection naman for lateral buds or axillary buds, yung nasa gilid, lumabas si Brussels sprouts. Selection for the stem, lumabas si kohlrabi. Selection for leaves, lumabas si kale. Selection for for stems and flowers, lumabas si broccoli. Then selection for flower clusters, lumabas si cauliflower. So all of these vegetables that we are consuming right now came from one plant. That is the reason why when you are searching for its scientific name, each one of them has one scientific name, which is Brassica oleracea. So, ayun. That's the power of selection. And ito sila sa totoong buhay. So we have here kale, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, kohlrabi, and cabbage. Then this is broccoli. Ayan. So it's amazing, di ba, that through plant breeding, we can generate and select for specific characteristics na gusto natin. And each one of these ay meron silang different na gamit or utilization. So, ayan. So, for example, hindi ka naman pwedeng maglaga ng, gumawa ng nilaga gamit ang cauliflower, di ba? Yung mga ganun na bagay. So, in plant breeding, we are not only considering what we want as scientists, but what we or what the consumers want then. So, kaya ngayon marami na lumalabas, marami binibreed na different, for example, colors. Katulad itong cabbage na purple. So, hindi naman yan bigla na lang nagkaroon ng purple cabbage. So, anong nangyari? Selection din yan, then breeding din yan. Siguro, mas tinaasan yung ganitong klaseng levels of nutrients, yung mga ganyan. More of that discussion when we go to biotechnology because more interesting yung mga examples on biotechnology like the golden rice, BT corn. Bakit ba ginawa yung mga yan? So, ayun, we will talk about that in further episodes. I have already scheduled episodes pala until I think April or March. Yeah. So, yung mga ibang episodes on animal science, soil science, and agricultural economics and marketing, they will come siguro April, May, June. Ayun yung gagawin ko naman doon. Anyways, let's move on. The next procedure is evaluation. So, after selection, kapag nakakuha na sila, okay, ito yung mga pwedeng parents, blah, blah, blah. Tapos, ginrow mo na. Tapos, anong tawag dito? Meron ka na nakuwang isang magandang variety na stable na. Ayan, selection tapos evaluation. Ganun ka, ang plant breeding kasi, ang pinakamatagal talaga is selection and evaluation. So selection, mamimili ka. Kapag namili ka ng dalawang parents, syempre, hindi naman agad-agad lalabas yung anak. So, for example, kailangan mo pang magtanim. So, ilang cropping systems din yon. Tapos, ilang cropping cycles din yon. Tapos, after ng ilang cycle na yon, syempre, lalabas yung gusto nating anak nila. Then, i-evaluate mo yon. Then, titingnan mo kung nakuha ba niya yung trait na gusto mo. Then, kapag hindi, pwede ulit bumalik. Sige, select ka ulit ng pwedeng parent, etc. Or pwede rin namang back-crossing. Ayun. Back-crossing in genetics or in animal and plant breeding, ang meaning lang nun, yung anak, i-cross mo siya sa nanay niya or sa tatay niya. Pero usually, I think sa nanay. Ayun, para ma-solidify yung trait na gusto natin. Ayun. So, it's a series of selection and evaluation. In terms of evaluation, meron tayong tinatawag na mga yield trials. So, kapag kunwari nakakuha ka na after ilang years ng selection, pagkatapos nun, okay, ito na, pwede na tong, ano na to, itong variety na to, si variety, pangalanan natin siyang RAGR. Ayan. So, si variety RAGR, pwede na siya. So, hindi mo siya agad dadalhin sa market. So what you'll do is that you'll evaluate it. Kaya ba niyang mag-withstand ng environments not only in one location? Kaya meron tayong different uh, types ng yield trials. We have the preliminary yield trial. Usually, mga maliliit lang to na setups, mga greenhouse, o kaya isa lang na field, ganyan. Then we also have advanced yield trial wherein mas complex na siya. So for example, hindi na lang siya sa isang location lang. You can send the seeds to other farmers siguro o kaya sa ibang testing centers, testing trial centers, ganyan. For example, merong isang trial station sa Mindanao, merong isang trial station sa Visayas. So that is called multi-location yield trials. So meron ding national cooperative testing wherein yung seeds mo, pwede mo sila ibigay sa mga farmers, then itatry nila kung tutubo sa kanilang mga location. So those are some of the types of yield trials. And that is how we evaluate. Siyempre titingnan mo rin, okay, gaano ba karaming yield? Ilang tonelada ba? Ilang kilo ba yung na harvest from that specific location? So after yun, so yung tatlo na yon, sobrang tagal nun. Hindi siya bigla-biglaan na ganyan. So dito tumatagal talaga, mga 5 to 7 years yata, selection and evaluation, then multiplication, variety, release and distribution, and conservation. So sa multiplication, paparamihin lang sila. Naglagay lang ako ng ganitong illustration dyan. Then sa variety, release and distribution, dito mo na for packaging or for distribution na talaga ng mga different varieties ng crops na iyon. So, mga examples lang yan ng mga different varieties. So, this one is corn. This is Solanum melongena, eggplant. And this one is Musaenda. Ayan, Musaenda. And after that, conservation. Siyempre, mag-aalat ka rin ng ilang seeds na pwede mong ibigay for storage. So, yung sinabi ko sa dating, sa past episode, yung sinabi ko doon na sa Phil Rice, meron silang collection ng different seeds of rice from different locations in the Philippines, from different years. So, ayun yung pwedeng conservation. So, storage of the seeds, etc. So ito yung sinasabi ko kanina that the process of selection and evaluation can be iterated. So kapag sinabing iterated, pwede siyang ulit-ulitin ng ulit-ulitin. Hanggat hindi mo nakakuha yung mismong gusto mong trait ng isang crop na yon, so that can be iterated. Pwede siyang ulit-ulitin. Yun. So, for the structure of the breeding program, when we are doing a breeding program, hindi lang talaga siya linear na, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Kasi after mo makapag-develop ng isang variety, possible ulit that that specific variety could be a parent na naman. So, babalik ulit tayo sa umpisa. Kunwari, okay, ito, si variety RAGR, okay siya sa nutrients, okay din siya sa disease. Ay, hindi. Okay siya sa nutrients, okay siya sa yield. Tapos, kung gusto mo siyang gawing disease resistant, then pwede mo siyang ibalik sa taas. Okay, sige. Breed ulit tayo para itong variety na to, mataas na yung nutrient niya, mataas na yung yield niya, meron pa siyang disease resistance. Ganon. So, ganon gumagana ang breeding program. So, from the evaluation, ayan, so, genetic diversity, definition of production system, anong klaseng sistema yung gagamitin mo, ano ba yung goal sa pag-breed mo, collection of information, itong mga to, determining of selection, yan, selection and mating, dissemination, etc. So this is another or a mas ganon, mas zoom out na process ng breeding program. Ayon. Yeah, so I think that's it. There will be another discussion about biotechnology, but I think I will be releasing that early April or late March kasi nakaschedule na yung contents that I will be doing up until March. We will tackle extension and crop protection for the next weeks. And yeah, I hope that I help you learn something new today about the basic procedures of plant breeding. And if you're new here, can you please like and subscribe? And if you have any questions or meron kayong gustong i-clarify, you can also use the comment section to ask me about those questions. And I will try my best na masagot sila as early as possible. And at the same time, if meron kayong friend na gusto nyong pumasa ng licensure with you and maging registered agriculturist before the year ends, ayun, why not share this video to them para ayun, sabay kayong maging RAGR. Ayun. So that's it for this video. Thank you for listening. See you in the next one. Bye.